What's up, my people? How's everybody doing today? I'm out here trying to get these plants through the summertime. It's not easy. Once every 2 weeks, I don't know. I think if anything, you probably underwatered it. How much water were you giving it every 2 weeks? A lot? Yeah, that's way too little water. You underwatered it. Whenever English ivy, you could probably water them once per week, but you want to give them maybe, several cups of water, unless it's in a tiny pot. But that's not enough water for pretty much anything. Jesus. Yeah, no problem. You got any other plants you need help with? Oh boy. Yeah, just water more often and give it some fertilizer too. Once plant is already once it's already looking rough, give it some fertilizer. It'll help it to bounce back, or at least give it some liquid seaweed. What's up, guys? I'm just on here answering questions. So let me know any questions you got about houseplants. It doesn't have to be houseplants. Indoor plants, outdoor plants, vegetables, trees, cactus. Anything you have a question about, I'll answer. It doesn't even have to be about plants actually either. Any question of life, I'll answer it for you guys. Water lotus. What type of water lotus? Is this a water plant that you have floating in a pond? And what's the water quality of the pond? That would be my first question. All right, gotta water this stuff over here. Pull this closer. They're pond plants. I got the seed from Amazon. Well, hmm. I mean, that would be my first guess, is that the water quality is not right in the pond. I mean, do you have good filtration and good flow of the water? Do you have fish in it? I don't know. I mean, with ponds, it's got to come down to, is it in enough light? And then what's the quality of the water? I think, right. But I mean, it might need to be, you know, a pond that has a very rich kind of mud at the bottom, silt or whatever. So it may be that if it's just like in a bucket or something, then it's not going to flower unless you give it phosphorus. But is it in like just a pot or a bucket, or is it in a pond? Yeah, I mean, well, also, how often do you change the water? Because it could be that you're not changing the water, refreshing the water in the pot. The water's distilled. Well, then, yeah, I mean, if you're using distilled water, that's going to have no nutrients in it. So, if plant, a water plant is just growing in a pot with distilled water, that's not going to work. You'd want to, I mean, you'd have to add stuff to the water. Using tap water would probably be even better. But the best thing would be to get like a bucket of water from a pond that has all that stuff in there, because if it's growing in a pond, it's going to have all sorts of different nutrients in that water. But if you're using distilled water, it's going to have no nutrients at all. So I would assume that it needs some nitrogen and it needs some phosphorus and maybe some potassium as well. Yeah, if they get good light, it's got to be the water. I think you don't necessarily want to use distilled water for a plant. Right, I understand. But that's the problem, is distilled water is going to have nothing in it at all. Plant needs nitrogen, it needs phosphorus, it needs potassium to grow. So, if anything, what I would do is, if I was you, I would just put a little bit of fertilizer in with the water, you know, just some sort of good organic fertilizer. Use some of that has to grow or something like that. Right. I mean, it does sound pretty cool to grow them inside the house. I mean, that's an awesome idea. Honestly, I've never even thought of growing those type of pond lilies, water lilies inside the house. So that is a great idea. But yeah, it's the water, 100%. You can't use distilled water for a plant like that. And how are they going to ever flower? A plant needs phosphorus to flower. And if you're using distilled water, there's no phosphorus. So I would add in a little bit of fertilizer. I would use some Has to Grow or Tiger Bloom and just add in a tiny bit in the water. And I bet you'll find that the leaves will stop turning gray, and I bet it will flower eventually. But that's got to be what it is. There's just no nutrients in that water. A plant needs phosphorus to flower, and it needs nitrogen to grow. It's really not much more to it than that. But yeah, the idea of growing like water plants inside, it's a cool idea. I like it. Huh. Okay, so you are giving them nutrients. Fish emulsion. Tap water will kill them. Interesting. So yeah, maybe you need to use distilled water and then add nutrients to it afterwards. But what's the three numbers on that fish emulsion? All fertilizers have three numbers. It's nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Um, Watering and the next watering, I use distilled water. But these are like floating, right? They're floating in a pot of water. You got to add, if you have fertilizer, there's three numbers: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. You need to have the middle number be the highest on the fertilizer that you're using. So I don't know for that fish stuff if the first number is the highest or if the second number is the highest, but you need the second number to be highest. Oh yeah, I've heard of people doing that. But still, I mean, rice is what high. That will provide nitrogen. It's high in nitrogen. Yeah, yeah. It's well here. It's just with an H. HASTA. Let me see if I can find the link. Yeah, it's by Medina. Medina is the brand. Has to grow. $511. So yeah, I mean that is good. Um, but if the first number is highest, So that's nitrogen. The plant will never flower. Okay. So the first number, the 5, that means the nitrogen is the highest ratio. So nitrogen causes a plant to grow. It will cause leaves to grow, but it will always be putting its energy into leaf growth. It will never flower. So you need to do something that's like, instead of that, it would be 151. That's what you want. But I sent you the link for the has to grow, which I'm not sure exactly what the ratio of that is, but it is highest in phosphorus. Huh. They float. But are these like lily pads you're talking about? Like that's what I'm picturing. Wow, it's bright out here. Man, look at this, guys. This is all my house plants over here. They're all outside. Look at that. It's gotten totally out of hand. I gotta get rid of these all by the winter time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll find somewhere better to put my computer down. Man, the computer's getting hot. Middle number high got Medina is the brand. Yeah. So you know what you saw the link? You know what I'm talking about? Has to grow. I think the video mentioned that when you done. Yeah. Nice. You got some? Yeah, use that stuff. It must be that like it can't take distilled water or it can't take tap water, but the distilled water you're gonna have to add nutrients for the plant to survive. Whatever that fish emulsion you used, I guess, just wasn't enough. Look at this Madagascar palm. It's getting huge. What am I gonna do with this thing? Look at this, guys. Oh, they aren't lily pads. Do you know what the like botanical name of that is? The Latin name? I mean, either way, if it's a water plant and it's just in that distilled water, it must need something more. There's my plumeria planted in the ground. Hoping it's gonna flower here soon. Man, it's a nice shot here. What a beautiful day. Anyone else got any questions of plants or house plants, vegetables, gardening, or any topic of your choosing? Really, doesn't even have to be about plants. Whatever you need to know, whatever questions you have on life. I'll answer them, guys. Okay, I see. Well, yeah, give them that has to grow. I'm sure that's what they need. But that plumeria, it's growing nicely, guys. Oh boy, I gotta get my computer out of the sun. It's overheating. Yeah, no problem. I hope that will help. I mean, it definitely will. There's no way it won't help, but you know, give that to any of your flowering plants. And you gotta always consider that you gotta fertilize plants properly. If these things are like a water plant, they're probably normally the seeds are probably sprouting down at the bottom of a lake or whatever, where it's got so much decomposing matter and leaves and stuff. It's probably very nutrient rich soil that it would naturally grow in. So, or at least the water has nutrients in it or something. So, it's the same as with anything. Um, you gotta basically you want to replicate the conditions that a plant would naturally grow in as closely as possible. So the temperatures, the humidity, and the nutrients that it's going to be exposed to. Um, any suggestions to make water change easier? Yeah, I see what you mean. That's probably not that easy to do. I think you need a pump or something. I think you should get a pump from or siphon the water out. You could siphon the water just with like a tube. But I mean, yeah, I think you want something so that you don't have to, pour the thing out and move it. Get like a little pump for like a fish tank or something. And then you can pump the water out and then just pour new water in. That would be my first, you know, that would be the first thing I would try. Any other plants that you need help with? Or anyone else? Give me your plant questions for house plants, outdoor plants, fruit, vegetables, um, vines, whatever questions you've got, I'll answer them. Look at this, people. Look at that. Got some figs about ripe. Tremendous stuff there. Anybody else growing figs? It's been a struggle growing them in this heat down here in Texas, but man, it's worth the trouble. It's definitely worth the trouble. My computer's overheating again. I can hardly withstand these temperatures out here, man. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking too, but you know, I don't know. Maybe you want to use sand to keep the water cleaner. Like if you're doing it inside, maybe you want the sand and then you want to just add nutrients through adding fertilizer. It might be easier inside. I mean, it really comes down to, wait, are you growing these inside? You said you were growing them inside, right? But I mean, yeah, I don't know. My thought is just that if you put like dirt in there, it could complicate, you know, keeping the water clean. Fish siphon. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Something like that. So that you don't have to tip the thing over and pour it out. You don't want to. You don't want to have to do that because if there's sand in the bottom with the seeds planted in there, I mean, yeah, aren't they? I've got a really nice one. Let me go grab it. I'll show you guys closer. I've just got this little tiny one here. But it's probably needs to be transplanted. But yeah, I just had some fresh figs earlier today from another one. And now this one you can see it's got some nice figs coming along there. So very cool. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I think, if you're saying this is like a new trend of people growing these types of water plants indoors, because I've never heard of anyone doing it. And I think it's a great idea, but you're going to have to try different things. It might not be so straightforward exactly what to do. So, say you do something and it starts, the leaves aren't turning gray anymore, the leaves are looking healthy, but then it's still not flowering. Maybe you'll need to figure something out else there, something else out there. Or maybe it will start flowering, but the leaves still look unhealthy, you know, or whatever. Just like when you're trying to grow a plant inside that obviously would never, it's obviously like in very unnatural conditions, you know, you got to just kind of try different things, see what works, and hopefully it will just start doing better and flower. But I think the has to grow is the best thing for it. That stuff, it's highest in phosphorus, but it has all the micronutrients in it, and it's organic and it's very high quality. And that company Medina is very high quality. So yeah, I think you can't go wrong with that stuff, honestly. Ooh. So yeah. Anyways, I hope that helped, Michelle. But let me know. Let me know first of all how it goes. Once you get that house to grow in there, leave a comment on some of my videos or something in a couple weeks. Let me know how it's going. But I'm gonna start doing these live streams all the time, just to answer people's questions. So I'll be back around. I'm gonna start doing this often, and yeah. Let me know if you have any questions about any other plants. Um, Michelle, let me know, or anyone, or questions about the universe, the moon. Um, what else? Polar bears, gorillas. Um, any questions you have about life and the many mysteries of life in the universe, I'll answer them all for you here today. Anyway, I gotta water some of my plants over here, guys, but it's so hot and my computer keeps overheating. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should have used my phone. But yeah, check that out. Pretty nice, huh? Wait, where are the figs? Look at that. Tremendous. Beautiful. Beautiful there, guys. Beautiful. Tremendous stuff. So yeah, I'm just doing a live stream all the time and just answer people's questions. I got the idea because I saw this podcast that's happening in Harlem, the number one podcast in Harlem, and they are just live all the time, having callers call in. So maybe I should do that, have callers call in, but I don't want to give out my personal phone number. But anyways, um, let me find out what that podcast was called. It's the number one. I've heard it's the number one podcast in Harlem. All right, I'm gonna find this. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh boy. Well, I'll find that later. My computer's gonna overheat if I keep doing this stuff. But anyway, um, let me know. Anyone else got any questions about plants, house plants, vegetables, fruit trees, gardening in general, fertilizer? Let me know, my people. Let me know. I'm gonna put this fig down. Let me know, guys, if anyone. Oh, okay. Nelumbo nucifera. Let's see if I. Oh, you know what? I'll Google it on my phone because my computer is about to overheat, and my brain is about to overheat as well. Nelumbo nucifera. Damn, this is really nice flower. Wow, Michelle, this is a great. This is a great idea to grow this inside. Really smart. Wow. This is beautiful. This is a great idea. I might have to try this. But you got to get it to flower inside. I guess that's the hard part, but I think you can do it. Let me know. Make sure you let me know. Look at that, people. Look at that. That's what she's growing inside. That's beautiful. That's tremendous. I love that. And you're trying a new plant inside, a flowering plant. Great idea. Great idea. Where did you get this idea? Did you see that other people have been doing this as well? Gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, they are. What a nice color. And that weird like thing that sticks up out of the center, I guess that's where the seeds come out of, but it's very odd looking. It's a very unique plant, very unique flower. Yeah, I think growing it inside is a great idea. It's just, having standing water just in your house maybe isn't that good. It could attract bugs or um, fungus gnats. That's what I would worry about. So, if you could have a pump in there, have a pump in there that's like filtering the water all the time, that would probably be ideal. The seeds are cheap, the 30. And how many would you say sprouted? How many did you try to plant and how many sprouted? Like what was the germination rate of those seeds? Look at this, guys. I got over here. Bird of paradise, huge bird of paradise. That's all messed up. Hopefully I'll be able to rehab it. The internet. Oh, that's how you heard about people doing this? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm gonna look into it more myself because um, it's a really cool idea. Yeah, I've seen them have Venus flytraps at Home Depot. Whenever I bought a Venus flytrap before, honestly, it was at Home Depot. But uh, I don't know. I don't remember what time of the year was it. I don't know how easy they are to ship all year round, or I don't know. I would think in the summertime. Oh, they all sprouted? Nice. All right, well, that's good to know. The sacred lotus flower has a very high germination rate, easy to grow from seed, but maybe not easy to flower. But like I said, I mean, I'm not surprised that it's not that easy. And not even that it's not easy, but that it's just like, it's like any other plant. You got to take the time to learn how to grow it. It's your first time growing it, and you're growing it indoors in water, in water that's not moving at all, distilled water. These plants, I think, are native to India. Yeah. See, that's what you just got to do is just research it, and then it's also like just trial and error. With any plant, any new plant you're growing, it's a bit of a learning process. There's a bit of a learning curve to figure it out, and you got to just put the time in to learn how to grow that plant. It's not always so simple, and especially with something like that, I'm not surprised that it's not. It grows normally in a nutrient rich swamp or a lake or a pond in India. So I don't know where you're living at, Michelle, but it's probably so different from the conditions it's normally in. And in the summertime, it's going to be in air conditioning. So it's inside in air conditioning. It also might not be enough light. Do you have the plant right in the window? Because I would think it would need a lot of light, direct light. So if it was me, I would say fertilize it with that Hastro. Also, put a grow light above it, or put the plant into a brighter area. Put it. Do you have like a south-facing window? The Venus flytrap. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for sure. That's just a Michelle. That's a life lesson right there. It doesn't just apply to Venus flytrap, and it doesn't just apply to plants. It's that's a deep that's a deep life lesson you've just shared with us, Michelle. You dropped some knowledge on us right there. So thank you for that. And yeah, if anyone else has any plant questions, let me know. Indoor plants, outdoor plants, vegetables, fruit, whatever plants you have growing. And I'll try my best to answer them. But I got to go inside pretty soon, guys, because it's about 1,000,000 degrees out here. But I'll start doing these live streams all the time, just asking people or answering people's questions. I think this is a really good idea. So I'll start doing this all the time. And yeah, let me know, my people. Let me know if you have any more questions about plants. Let me know because I'm going to go inside in maybe 10 minutes. What up, people? What up? Ask me your plant questions. Let me know what you need help with when it comes to your plants and your life overall. Let me know because I got to go inside in 10 minutes. But please tell your friends, tell everyone you know. I'm going to start being on here all the time. So if you have any questions about plants, you just look at YouTube, wait till I'm online, and I'll answer all your questions. So, you'll become a plant expert in no time if you just stick with me. I'll tell you whatever you need to know, people. Yeah, yeah, put it into more light for sure. It's that a banyan tree in the left corner. No, that's a bird of paradise. Oh, are you talking about like that? Oh, banana. No, it's it's a yeah, bird of paradise, which is in the same family as banana tree. Definitely looks very similar. Um, Zone 7. I'm not sure. What is the coldest temperature that you guys get down to in Zone 7? I doubt it. I think it probably needs to be New York. Oh, no, 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 no. No. It's not. I'm living in Texas. I'm in Texas here, and it's not even cold hardy here. Um, I got to bring it inside for the winter time. So, yeah, definitely in New York. Not even close. Oh, nice. Nice. Hey, Ray, what up? I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm trying to just on low light plants. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any further questions about any of them or need any more suggestions or anything? I'm trying to, it takes me so long to make those videos that I'm like, how can I get more content up? I'm like, I should just be going live answering questions every day. So that's what I'm going to try to do now. Um, yeah, great to see you guys. I'm happy some people are tuning in. And yeah, any questions you got about houseplants, low light, highlight, even outside plants, vegetables, fruit, anything, any questions you have, just let me know, guys. I'll just be out here watering my plants. Although I can't stay out here too much longer because it's extremely hot outside. I got to go in pretty soon, guys. I've been outside all day. Yeah, I do. Um, you know, I mean, I put it inside for the winter, first of all. But I don't know. I kind of think, guys, that what am I saying here? I think that inside plants are not really going dormant in the way that people think they are. Because if I put that inside, you know, by the time I put it inside, it's going to be similar conditions inside and outside. Once it's the winter, the heat is going to kick on inside, and the bird of paradise is going to be still in warm temperatures all winter long. And I'll put it right in the window. The heater will be on all winter, and it's not going to be dormant. So yeah, honestly, with my houseplants, I just fertilize them all once a month, 12 months a year, just all year. I always do it once a month. Herbs and pots. Um, yeah, I mean rosemary. Yeah, no problem. Um, let's see, rosemary. I find is one of the easiest. Lemon balm or lemongrass, both are easy. And I like those herbs that are very strongly scented. So I love rosemary. I love the lemongrass, the lemon. What was I just saying? Lemon balm. All of those are very easy to grow, and they'll keep away mosquitoes too. So I would say go with the lemongrass. Go with the rosemary. Stay away from lavender. At least me, I've had a lot of trouble growing lavender. I find that it's very hard to grow. Um, what else? Sage. There's different types of salvias that you can grow easily. You know, that culinary sage. I forget the Latin name of that one, but you can definitely grow culinary sage. Yeah, salvia. Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying like the family of sage plants is called salvia. All sage plants are called salvia. Um, so that's what I'm talking about. Is like the culinary salvia that you cook with and that type of stuff. But yeah, anything that's really strongly scented is going to repel bugs. Yeah, I know what you were thinking about, Faye Ray. I know what you're talking about, but that's not what I'm talking about. Um, so, although, yeah, grow that type of salvia too if you can, whatever you can. But I haven't been able to find out where to buy cuttings of it myself. I've tried to grow that too. Okay, I get it. Um, but what was I talking about? Oh yeah, lemongrass and rosemary. Yeah, they're gonna repel anything very strongly scented is gonna keep bugs away. So even using like essential oils will help. If you have like rosemary oil, like in the summertime, I'll put rosemary oil on my like elbows and my ankles and shit like that, and it keeps bugs away. It keeps mosquitoes away more than bug spray does. So, growing or using rosemary oil is great for keeping bugs away, keeping mosquitoes away. And so just growing rosemary will also help, as well as lemon balm, lemongrass, um, anything, any herbs that are very heavily scented, they're going to keep bugs away. Bugs don't like stuff that's very strong smelling. So, yeah, I think those three are very easy. Or for the salvia too, the sage. They're all very easy. Man, I'm starting to get bit by mosquitoes myself. I wish I had some rosemary oil too. My thing of rosemary oil is empty, so I'm starting to get mosquito bites, and I'm not growing any rosemary anymore. So, if only I would take my own advice. Oh boy, I gotta get inside soon, guys. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good choice. But yeah, look at this, guys. I have this giant collection here of house plants outside my house. All my house plants are outside. So clearly I'm not that smart. but I got to find somewhere to put them before the winter time. So I got to sell all these plants, I guess. Look at that. Got a nice ficus yellow gem, Ficus altissima, right over there. I've got, where is it? Nice variegated monstera right there. Look at that. Tremendous. Just got that from a cutting. But yeah, what else cool that I have to show you guys? Look, right here, all my plants have just grown into like a huge mass. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta separate those out and do and sell them all at the farmer's market, you know. But look at this, Fay Ray. Since you thought I was talking about growing that salvia, let me show you what I am growing here. See that? That's that button cactus, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? That's some tremendous stuff right there. Oh boy. Look at this, guys. I can't even walk. I gotta get my shit together here, guys. I'm stepping on plants everywhere I go. Look at this. I'm gonna have to organize pretty soon. Throughout the summer, my plants have just been growing and they've gotten way out of hand. I gotta start organizing this stuff, man. Look at this. It's totally gotten out of hand. But anyway, guys, does anyone have any more plant questions? Because I'm down here in Texas. It's about 1,000,000 degrees out here. And I got to go back inside soon. And my plants are watered. And it's about time to go in the air conditioning. Thank you very much, Fay Ray. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being here and chatting with you. And I hope the Earth Mother will continue to bless you as well. And have a good day at work. I'll be doing this. I'm going to try to do this often, guys, so I can just answer any plant questions all the time. If whenever on the earth, whenever anyone has a question about houseplants, they can just go to YouTube. They'll find me, and they ask me their question, and I'll just answer their question. So you're so fucking cool, Fay Ray, and I'm gonna get going here myself, guys. If anyone else, if no one else has any questions. So let me know if you have any questions, or I'm going in 1 minute. All right, my people. Anyone else have any questions about plants, house plants, outdoor plants, vegetables? Let me know. Let me know, because I have got to go inside. I cannot take this. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes and sweating profusely. It's time to call it a day, guys. So let me know right now, or I am peacing out here. All right. Peace out, everyone. I'll try to be back tomorrow. All right.